Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. The next 4 mini lessons will be related to the Four Noble Truths. This is a crucial teaching for everyone to understand who's interested in attaining enlightenment through the teachings of the Buddha. In this video, I'm going to share with you what the Four Noble Truths are, why they're important for you to understand, and we're going to be discussing the first Noble Truth. Welcome. The Four Noble Truths are titled the Four Noble Truths because in 4 simple statements, the Buddha explains the problem with the unenlightened mind, the cause of the problem, the elimination of the problem, and the path forward to completely eliminate the problem of the unenlightened mind. Now, he explained them as the Four Noble Truths. We call them the truths because they're independently verifiable. They're not something that you should believe, but instead you should learn, reflect, and practice so that you know that they're the truth. The Buddha knew that they were the truth. I know that they're the truth, but that doesn't actually help you unless you know that it's the truth. So as you learn over the next 4 mini lessons, it's important that you learn the teachings, you reflect on them, starting to independently verify them, and then going forward in your life, you practice this teaching in order to more and more confirm the truth, acquiring wisdom, and seeing true reality. This is what's going to move the mind from ignorance or unknowing of true reality to wisdom. The Four Noble Truths are described as a breakthrough. Once you understand the Four Noble Truths and you're practicing them, then you've broken through to understanding the problem of the unenlightened mind, the cause, the elimination, and the path forward leading to the complete elimination of discontentedness. This will help you to establish what's called right view. Having the right view to understand why discontentedness occurs in the unenlightened mind and how to actually eliminate it. Without actually having right view, you would be unable to actually experience enlightenment because the mind would have wrong view. It wouldn't understand why the mind is experiencing discontentedness, therefore it wouldn't be able to actually eliminate it. So by having right view, you will understand the reason why the mind experiences discontentedness and thus be able to eliminate it. You can experience that breakthrough by learning in each one of these mini lessons, understanding the teachings through reflection and then practicing so that now you can see more and more of the truth of what's been causing things like anger, sadness, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fear, boredom, loneliness, shyness, resentment, jealousy, and all other discontent feelings. When you understand with right view the Four Noble Truths and what's causing all of the discontentedness in the mind, and you understand how to eliminate it, then you can actually make your way towards eliminating the discontentedness in the mind. In order to progress forward in the Buddhist teachings, you need to establish right view. Having this breakthrough to understanding this important teaching and then practicing it will provide you a foundation in which to build all the other teachings that the Buddha has to share with you. If you didn't have right view and you continue to have wrong view, anything else that the Buddha shares as part of the path to enlightenment wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for you to continue to progress until you first understand right view deeply, penetrating this teaching very deeply. Let's talk about the first noble truth. In the Buddha's Four Noble Truths, he gives a very elaborate definition and description of what the Four Noble Truths are. It's important to understand that very elaborate, detailed description of the Four Noble Truths, and I provide it in this book in chapter 4. So if you have Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment, Volume 1, you will see the words of the Buddha exactly as he explains the Four Noble Truths during his lifetime. That tends to be more of an intermediate to an advanced level of understanding to understand exactly what the Buddha is teaching there. So instead, what I've done is I've summarized these Four Noble Truths in a way that will help you get started with having this breakthrough and establishing right view. To understand the First Noble Truth in the way that I describe it, it's very simple. Everyone that is unenlightened will experience discontentedness. So if you experience conditioned pleasant feelings, conditioned painful feelings, or conditioned feelings that are neither painful nor pleasant, then you understand that your mind is unenlightened. So for example, if you get happy, excited, elated, based on some condition that my mom's coming to visit me today, I got a new job, I got a new pair of shoes, I got a new friend, something happens and then the mind gets excited, elated, thrilled, euphoric. This is a conditioned pleasant feeling. The mind is conditioning its inner feelings on something that is happening, some impermanent condition. Likewise, if you experience sadness, anger, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fear, feelings like this, these are all conditioned painful feelings, and they're going to be conditioned on some experience. Maybe you lost your mobile phone broke, or you lost a friend, a relationship ended, maybe your car got scratched, maybe you lost a job. If you experienced anger or sadness during those experiences, that's because the mind is currently unenlightened, experiencing discontentedness. It's experiencing inner feelings based on some condition. If you experience feelings that are neither painful nor pleasant, like shyness or uncomfortableness, dissatisfaction, unsatisfactory conditions of mind, then you know that the mind is unenlightened because it's experiencing these inner feelings based on some condition. Maybe you need to do a public speaking, or maybe you're going to a new place that you've never been before and the mind is shy. This is because of the condition. It's conditioning that the mind is shy because of some experience that's going to happen. This is what all unenlightened minds will experience. We talked about this in the universal truth of discontentedness, which is part of the 4th mini lesson. If you haven't seen that yet, be sure to go back and actually learn from that video. So everyone that is unenlightened will experience discontentedness. This is the First Noble Truth. If you're experiencing discontentedness, you haven't done anything wrong, you're not a bad person, it's just that your mind is untrained. It has not yet been trained to move to this enlightened mental state. Through gaining the wisdom of these teachings, then you can gradually train the mind, you can gradually practice the teachings, and then you will gradually experience the progress and results of moving the mind closer and closer to this enlightened mental state. So there's nothing to worry about in terms of if your mind is experiencing those things. The vast majority of the world is unenlightened and continues to experience discontentedness. We actually don't see discontentedness as a problem when we're unaware, when we have this unknowing of true reality. We think that these conditioned happy feelings and thrill, this euphoria, this feelings where the mind gets very high and elated, we think that that's what life's all about, and we crave those feelings. But then we experience these painful feelings, and we think that that's normal in the unenlightened state, that we should have anger, sadness, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fear. We think that that's a normal part of life. But what you're going to learn as part of this path to enlightenment is that you can actually eliminate all of that. So that's what we're going to be covering in the next few mini lessons. The next mini lesson, the second noble truth, is going to explain to you the cause and why you experience these discontent feelings. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Sawadee krap.